engineer.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite, I think this is Trooper 174's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the SH Figuarts Executioner Trooper with 2BB-2, which is the droid that came with when you bought him in the Praetorian Guard first release. So, we've looked at plenty of troopers before, so we're going to kind of fly through this. We do have to look at accessories because that's kind of the allure here. Of course, we have hands, we have trigger finger hands left and right, we have gripping hands left and right, and we have supporting hands either for the blaster rifle or for the executioner weapon left and right. And then we have three weapons. The pistol, which we've talked about before, I think it's just a white cast and then the black is painted on. Decent enough sculpt. The rifle, which we've talked about before, it does have this extension piece here. We have some gold paint, we have some silver paint, and the silver paint gets a little out of control actually right there if you can see it. And then I think that, oh, so does the white paint. There's some paint mistakes in this unit. And for the rest of it is just black paint on a white piece, I would imagine. And then we have the executioner weapon, right? So we have silver paint here, we have silver paint inside, we have this black and white that's done fairly sharp, we have all sorts of sculpted detail and such, and a wash on top of the silver. It also comes with the executioner weapon kind of activated, same kind of details going through, except I feel like that white's a little bit different. I don't know if that's going to be movie accurate or not. I'm not exactly sure. But if you want to exchange, you just pull out the rod, so to speak. And then you need to keep that though. And insert. And now you have it kind of ready for action. So 2BB-2 comes with a little plastic display base that will hold his center mass relatively well. And then it's just blue plastic that has a lot of sculpt work and a brown wash around all of the rings, which is interesting. It's interesting that none of this sculpt here would have any kind of painted details to it. At least it's interesting to me. And then same for up here, you have this silver paint that's added around the ring here. You have this silver paint that's added to the antenna. The antenna you insert yourself, and mine is a little bent. And then you have a black glossy paint on the lens here for the eye, and no other paint, which is interesting. There is a double ball peg that goes to the head of the BB unit and then into the body so that you can get a little bit of articulation and swivel. But outside of that, nothing really exciting to report. And I'm sure it's accurate, but I'm a little disappointed with the lack of kind of pizzazz on this guy. And then we have the trooper himself. So double ball peg from the head into the neck. I feel like it's at least a single from the neck into the abdomen. Gets you good down, good up, side to side, confused dog look, all the way around, no problem. A nice matte black paint on the helmet, and then the glossy black paint for all like the kind of trooper details, and then some silver paint in there. I do have a little black overspray though on the face. For the chest, we have double ball peg from the chest into the abdomen, and then a single from the abdomen into the pelvis, which gets you a ton. Actually, and this isn't, I'm sorry, it's not a double ball peg. This is actually a hinge. It's like a double hinge system. I've never seen this before. You get a lot, I mean, you get a huge gap there in the bag, but you get a lot of use out of it. It looks beautiful, and it's really effective. I just got into kind of, look how, like that's crazy. So this is different. It's different engineering. But no swivel for the pelvis? This is the kind of stuff that's very difficult to watch when you're editing. Let's see how it plays out. Interesting. That's a bummer. So I'm not sure what I prefer. I don't think there was enough wrong with the other one. I think I would have kept the other one. I mean, you do get a lot more out of this upper body, but I think I'd be okay if they would have just kept the same buck for the most part. The shoulders, you have a disc hinge basically that goes into a ball peg in the shoulder. You have this, which is a hinged ball peg to get the shoulder armor up and out of the way. And then you can get it across his chest fairly far. And there's a little casing around it too to cover down on the sculpt. You do have a bicep swivel. You do have a double hinged elbow. You do have a wrist swivel and hinge up down on a ball hinge that swivels at both sides so you can get it up down or in out. You have black painted details along the way, but we do get more black overspray as well. So not the cleanest. Same for this side. And then same here, and we do have this glossy black and the matte black again. You know, this is one of the things I've talked about before. When you have a figure that has a variation in paint, I've talked about it on Transformers as well. Like when you have like chrome and then paint and then metallic paint, flat paint, glossy paint, etc. It helps add some life to the figure because it just gives it more texture. Anyway, same for the other side, and then we have the belt all the belt have these flaps. All the flaps are on hinges, so they'll get out of your way nicely for the hip articulation, which is a universal joint, up all the way to there and down, out fairly far to the sides. And then you can unplug this gun or no? Yes. It's just tight like a tie gun. So you can unplug it, and then you have a separate gun that you can use for his hand. We talked about that with the last figure. That's a nice touch. We'll add that back in. Double hinged knee that gets you way past 90 degrees. Some sculpted detail. Only we get paint we get is this little black paint down here around the bottom. Ankle tilt down, not really anything. Up a little bit more, and an old school rocker that works like a champ, and a toe hinge with a nice black paint underneath. So another extremely well done figure, but I don't know how I feel.
Oh, is he getting closer?
Like, I'm just trying to make sure. Oh, it is. Okay, it's there. It's there. It was just tight. Thank the maker. That works much better. Now I'm on board. That's tremendous. Really, really, really well done. You're going to get tons of poses out of this guy. I can't wait to see the pictures start rolling in. There he is with the Black Series, and, you know, he blows the Black Series out of the water. This isn't a great mold anyway. This does have the Tampo paint of the kind of first order symbol there. I wonder if they skimped out on that or if it's not there in the design. I'll have to look at the kind of pictures that have been released and such. But yeah, I mean, this kills this, but, you know, once again, with troopers, you can never have enough, and you're always kind of just building up the trooper fodder. But interesting to see them side by side.
I don't know, man. I feel like I'm just giving it away left and right these days, but I want to say that this one might be perfect also. It's a very interesting approach engineering-wise. I was glad to see that waist freed up. That was going to be a big complaint for me because there just didn't seem like there was any real legit reason for it not to be there, and lo and behold, it was there. I just had to free it up a taste. So maybe we can give him a bit of a strike there for tolerance, you know, but that could vary piece to piece. You guys, if you guys get this guy, let me know how your waist was if you had to free it up like I did. But truly phenomenal sculpt, truly phenomenal engineering, truly phenomenal. You know what? The paint is a little dodgy. The paint, it's good, but it's a little dodgy in comparison to previous releases, and it's a little dodgy, and it's pardon me. Look. It's 6:35 a.m. I just woke up and took a shower and came downstairs before my kids and all woke up so I could get this done for you guys. You're gonna have to relax. But it's a little dodgy in comparison to the standard that I'm used to with them. You know, like the kind of precedents that they set in previous releases. Like there's just a lot of like paint outside the lines here and stuff like that. It's not distracting and it's not ridiculous, but it's just, you know, the closer you get to it, the more you start to notice it. So I hope they can kind of rein that in. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty close to perfect. I strongly recommend this if you're you know, a Trooper fan or a Figuarts fan or Star Wars fan or whatever. Like, it's just phenomenal. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.